Ready for IELTS. Final test. Listening. Section 3. You will hear two students, Sonia and Maurice, talking to their tutor about the research they've done for the new campus tours at their university. First, you have some time to look at questions 21 to 27. Now listen carefully and answer questions 21 to 27.
Hi, come in. How are you, Sonia? Maurice?
Hello, Dr. Kumar. Fine, thanks.
Yes, fine.
So, you looked at the impact of the new campus tours that have recently been set up for people who'd like to come and study here.
Yes, we thought it would be good to do something that might have some tangible benefit for the university itself and also help improve the service offered.
Yes, it's now a well-established idea taking groups of people round the campus regularly to give an overview of what's on offer. So, it's always worth reviewing such practices. How did you go about collecting data?
After they'd taken the tour, we gave out a feedback form to prospective students to fill in. First of all, we asked some questions about the information which had been sent by email to them before the tour. We had been told that a lot of people don't actually turn up for the tours, and we wanted to know why.
So, what did you ask them?
We looked at whether people had received information about the tour in good time before the visit,
That's a good question.
and if they had found the information helpful.
I think there's a bit of a problem with that question.
Quite a lot of people said they didn't, and although we knew there was a problem, we still didn't know what the problem was.
Yes, we should have asked a more open question like, what information did you find most helpful or least useful? Most people said they did, though.
Who did you give the feedback form to?
People who'd been on the tour.
So, they were the people who had actually turned up. Maybe you'd need to think about talking to the people who didn't turn up?
I suppose so, but that could be difficult, though. Then we asked them about the content of the tour itself. We asked people to rate various things on a scale of 1 to 5, with 1 being the lowest and 5 the highest.
The content of the tour generally came out quite high, about 4 on average. So we know that people are seeing what they need to. Though, I guess we could find out a bit more about this. However, there's one thing. The length was marked down at an average of 2. We're not sure, though, if this means the tour was too short or too long.
Or both?
Yes, I suppose so. Everyone thought the people leading the tours, who are mostly current students, were very knowledgeable.
And visitors were very pleased with the free gifts they were given at the end.
Before you hear the rest of the conversation, you have some time to look at questions 28 to 30. Now listen and answer questions 28 to 30.
So, how do you think you could improve the research methodology and find out a bit more? Sonia?
Well, I think it would be a good idea to move away from the yes-no questions and even the grading 1 to 5 and ask more open questions. Perhaps we could actually talk to people face to face. What do you think, Maurice?
I think that might be quite difficult to set up. I agree with you about the open questions, But I think we should just leave more spaces on the feedback form for people to write comments on. We could ask people to answer why not questions.
I think both approaches are possible. But if you do what Sonia's talking about, it will probably reduce the number of people you can get feedback from.
Well, yes, but we might get some much more detailed information. I don't think people like writing pages and pages on a feedback form.
I think you also need to think about when you ask for feedback. You might get more responses if you ask for the feedback immediately, rather than asking people to post it back to you. Even with a free post envelope or email, a lot of people won't bother.
That is the end of section 3. You now have half a minute to check your answers.